Welcome to Bible Crafts for Kids. Sometimes we all get discouraged. We want to give up. The man in today's lesson didn't give up. In fact, he stayed by the Pool of Bethesda for 38 years. Now that's persistence. He was waiting for a miracle. He was waiting for one thing, and something else happened. That something was Jesus. The rest of today's lesson can be downloaded in a PDF file at BibleCraftsForKids.com. It is inexpensive, and included in the file is a new paper craft activity. This paper craft activity, called Create a Page, is a new and different page from any of the previous pages in this series. It is easy to assemble kits and then make the kit in your class time. So let me show you how to make these kits and assemble them. You'll need to go to BibleCraftsForKids.com and download the PDF file. We've just finished number 17. It's such a cool page as the way it twists, and the kids absolutely love that. Today we're going to be doing number 18, and number 18 we make a little booklet, and it is on the side of our pages. Now, in the download, you get the 2-page lesson, complete instructions, the labels, and in today's PDF file, we have the labels on one page and the memory verse card on another. I always like to get 2 students on a page if I can, and I was just short just a little, and so I put the memory verse card on a separate paper. Now, some of you use the memory verse card and some of you don't. It's entirely up to you whether you print this. I have printed my labels on a coordinating sheet of paper that goes with my base page. We're going to cut our base page into 4 pieces, and that is enough as well for 2 students' kits. So we cut into 6 by 6 squares. And we need 2 6 by 6 squares for each kit. And so that will make 2 kits. Then we're going to score one of our pages down the middle. Now, in scoring this, you want to look for your orientation of your paper. Now, mine look like little tulips, and they're going toward the top. I want to continue this pattern to go along this way, and that will happen because our cut lines will be here. Now, if your cut lines were here, your orientation, your tulips would be facing to the right. But we're going to score directly at 3 inches. And then we're going to put our adhesive on. On the back side, I can see the score line, and I'm going to put adhesive as close to that score line as I can get. And I'm going to put it just on one side of this paper. And now we're going to cut our paper across the score line at 2 inches. And we're going to make 2 cuts at 2 inches. So we have 3 strips with the score line in the center and the adhesive on the back. Now let's take a look at our labels. We're simply going to cut around the outside edges, and then we're going to put the double stick tape on the back of the labels, and then we're going to cut them. After our adhesive is on the back, we're simply going to cut the labels apart. After cutting your labels and applying the adhesive, we are through making our kits. Our kits consist of the base page, 3 strips with the scores in the center, and the tape on one side of the back, and our labels with adhesive on the back. And that is our kit. Now let me show you how to assemble this kit for the class time. We're going to start with our strips. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our strips and we're going to fold them in half with the tape on the bottom. We're going to do that with all 3 of our strips. Now we're going to take our first strip and we're going to apply it to the side in the middle of our base page. Now we're going to take our second strip and we're going to have the adhesive on the back and we're going to glue it directly on top of the first strip that we put down. Now when applying this right on top, try to make sure that your folds are in line with one another. And again, we're going to do the same thing for the third strip. Again, try to make your fold align as well as your bottom and your top edge. And now you can see your little book has formed. Now let's apply our labels. In applying our labels, we want to start with the miracles of Jesus directly across from our little booklet. Now, your students are going to put the labels are all the same size, so they're going to put them wherever they want. Some of them may put them right here on top of the little book. It's entirely what is up to them. And next will be our story label. And then we will continue to put the rest of the labels in the little booklet. For the spacing, you're going to have labels, 2 labels facing each other, or you'll run out of room. But there's still a blank here and a blank here for whatever you'd like to choose to put in there. And that is today's page, today's creative page. Let me mention one more thing. This title label, Miracles of Jesus, if you are putting binding holes, you'll want to move that closer to the fold of your little book. So join me next for the Miracles of Jesus, number 19, a beloved story which we have heard since we were little children. Jesus feeds the 5,000. This is an interesting little page. So join me next for number 19, Jesus feeds the 5,000. Thank you and have a blessed day.